at age 16, I worked at the Gap. I always saw the Gap as like being the Apple of apparel. I always had this comparison with Steve Jobs. I always felt like I was the Steve Jobs of the Gap. It was something about how clean it was and what Mickey Drexler had done in all these commercials. And like, at age 16, I was working at the Gap and I got fired for stealing. And I was actually stealing khakis. I was stealing khakis from my friend. Funny thing, look, I stole khakis from my friend when I started doing music at age 19, 18. I went and bought a chain. I came home one day, didn't see where the chain was. Come to find out, my friend was smoking crack and it stole my chain. So the guy I was stealing for ended up stealing
From you.
from me. But it's khakis. I was stealing some Gap khakis. I wanted those khakis that bad. So then 27 years later, I give my life to God and I start doing Sunday service. One of the things that I had to do for Sunday service, or I got to do, that was fun for me to do, was to design the wardrobe for Sunday service. And we would redesign T-shirts. And it says in the Bible that Jesus wore a seamless garment. So we started building T-shirts where the seam was only here or only 2 seams on the shirt or moving it around and what the neck was. And I made T-shirt after T-shirt after T-shirt. In Christianity, we say we stand in the gap. So watch this. This opportunity is presented. And I always had clothes that were kind of chill, like they could be at the Gap. They were not overly fashionable. And God said, you stood in the gap, and I'm going to have you stand in the gap for real.